Hey guys, Mobile Geezer back, and I am back with another DeepSeek article, which you may be tired of. And this one's a week and a half old, but this one talks about their privacy practices and the information they're collecting about you. So I thought, well, if it helps one person know everything DeepSeek is collecting about them and sending back to China, it's probably worth making a video on it. So I found this on Mashable. Let's go take a look.
Let's do this!
What DeepSeek knows about you and why it matters. Do DeepSeek's privacy issues worry you? They should. And like I said, a week and a half, so January 29th. And let's drop it into reader view. Oh, and it was written by Christiana Silva. DeepSeek, a Chinese AI chatbot similar to OpenAI's ChatGPT, is the most downloaded free app in the US, but its swift rise to the top of the App Store charts has raised potent privacy concerns at a time when the US is banning TikTok over its ties to the Chinese government. Like most apps, DeepSeek requires you to agree to its privacy policy when you sign up to access it, but you probably don't read it. In summary, DeepSeek's privacy policy, which can be found in English, makes it clear user data, including conversations and generated responses, is stored on servers in China. Adriana Warmenhoven, there's a mouthful, a cybersecurity expert at NordVPN, said in a statement, "This raises concerns because of data collection outlined, ranging from user-shared information to data from external sources, which falls under the potential risks associated with storing such data in a jurisdiction with different privacy and security standards." Here's the TLDR from DeepSeek's privacy policy. It collects information you provide. Profile information like date of birth, username, email addresses, telephone number, password. The text, audio, prompt, feedback, chat history, uploaded files, and other content you provide to DeepSeek. Information when you contact them, like proof of identity or age, and feedback or inquiries. It collects automatically collected information. Internet and other network activity information like your IP address, device identifier, and cookies. Technical information like your device model, operating system, keystroke patterns or rhythms, IP address, system language, diagnostic and performance information, and an automatically assigned device ID and user ID. Usage information like the features you use, payment information, which is self-explanatory. It collects information from other sources, login, sign up, or link services and accounts, like if you sign up using Google or Apple. Advertising, measurement, and other partners share user information with DeepSeek, such as what you've bought at their stores. What do keystroke patterns or rhythms mean? DeepSeek's privacy policy states that it collects keystroke patterns or rhythms, which might seem unusual but not completely uncommon. For instance, TikTok collects the same information while Instagram does not. DeepSeek didn't immediately respond to a request for clarification from Mashable, but there's a bit unknown regarding its keystroke data collection. We don't know what DeepSeek will do with the information. For its part, TikTok has said that collecting keystroke patterns or rhythms specifically refers to the timing of when keys are pressed, not the specific keys that are pressed. This creates a form of biometric identification that makes one user different from another. TikTok told Snopes that this practice is fundamentally different from key logging, a type of monitoring originally developed in the mid-1970s by the Soviet Union that's still used today by hundreds of popular sites. And I believe even Microsoft's Copilot collects key logging information. Nikki Watson, the co-founder and chief architect of consent management platform Serenus, told Mashable that the biometric space is growing rapidly and the accuracy at which it can verify identities is unmatched. However, with more companies collecting biometrics, a whole new set of data privacy and security risks need to be addressed, including security breaches, identity theft, impersonation, and fraud. Biometrics' inability to be revoked or reset, unlike compromised passwords, makes it a much higher stakes form of identification, Watson said. In other words, once they collect your biometrics, they've got them for good. Doesn't matter what you change afterward. What does DeepSeek do with my data? It uses all this information for various purposes, like ensuring it sends user relevant advertising and notifying them about changes to its services, which is pretty typical. But it will also comply with our legal obligations or as necessary to perform tasks in the public interest or to protect the vital interests of our users and other people. Moreover, its corporate group can access its data and share information with law enforcement agencies. In other words, that would be the Communist Party, I do believe. Many companies include that blanket statement in their privacy policies, but DeepSeek's data is stored in secure servers located in the People's Republic of China. China has some notable legal requirements under its cybersecurity and privacy laws, including laws that demand tech companies cooperate with national intelligence efforts. Yes, that's pretty well known. This combined with the current TikTok ban leads to propaganda fears. For example, you can't ask DeepSeek questions about the 1989 Tiananmen Square massacre. Yes, I've seen some examples where people have tried asking that, and DeepSeek does not answer those questions. But if you ask them about another country's political demonstrations in the past, it will answer you. DeepSeek's privacy policy openly states that the wide array of user data they collect goes to servers in China, Watson said. This alone raises big questions about how that data could be used beyond just running the app. It's so easy to get swept up in the hype of a new trending AI tool and accept the terms of use without thinking twice. But this privacy policy should make users stop and ask, am I giving away private details like my location, browsing activity, or even personal messages without realizing it? Wired reviewed the website's activity and found that DeepSeek appears to send data to Baidu Tongji, the widely used web analytics tool owned by Chinese tech giant Baidu and the Chinese internet infrastructure firm Bolsys, among other companies. Why should an average user be concerned? It's easy to ignore the importance of data security. At its core, reading through the fine print of privacy terms and conditions can be remarkably boring, which is precisely what makes it so dangerous, and they depend on you not reading it because it's boring. DeepSeek is subject to government access under China's cybersecurity laws, which mandate that companies provide access whenever the Chinese government demands it. And it doesn't just demand that of tech companies, it demands it of all companies who start businesses in China. We don't know how many AI models are trained or how they operate, and that's concerning too, especially if your data could be misused or maliciously exploited. Plus, you don't want your identity stolen. You don't want your bank account information in the wrong hands. Let's say you give an abundant amount of personal information to a chatbot or use a credit card to pay for it, and that data is stored by the company and later hacked or improperly shared. You could be in trouble. In a situation like that, at best, it's really annoying to change your passwords. At worst, you're out of your life savings. A company like DeepSeek or even Meta or OpenAI might not actively steal your information to take your identity. Still, cyber attacks happen, and if they're hosting your data can be taken. Just yesterday, DeepSeek faced large-scale malicious attacks which forced the company to temporarily limit new registrations, and I reported to you on that one, guys. There is always the risk of cyber attacks, Wermenhoven said. As AI platforms become more sophisticated, they also become prime targets for hackers looking to exploit user data or the AI itself. With the rise of deepfakes and other AI-driven tools, the stakes are higher than ever. What can an average user do? Is this worse than what the other tech giants do? It shouldn't take a panic over Chinese AI to remind people that most companies in the business set the terms for how they use your private data. John Scott Railton, a senior researcher at the University of Toronto Citizen Lab, told Wired, and that when you use their services, you're doing work for them, not the other way around. Safeguarding your data from DeepSeek is probably a good idea, but experts urge users not to stop there. To mitigate these risks, users should adopt a proactive approach to their cybersecurity, Roman Hoban suggests. This includes scrutinizing the terms and conditions of any platform they engage with, understanding where their data is stored and who has access to it. However, ultimately, it shouldn't be up to an individual. As F. Mario Trulio, a staff attorney for the Electronic Frontier Foundation, told Mashable, when you type intimate thoughts and questions to a chatbot or a search engine, that content should be protected and not be unnecessarily used or shared. The best way to do that is to enact strong data privacy laws that apply to all companies, whether it be Google, OpenAI, TikTok, or DeepSeek. Protecting your privacy shouldn't be up to you alone. Stronger data privacy laws would help everyone, whether it concerns apps located in China or apps with similarly questionable data privacy laws in the US, like Meta and OpenAI. So I just thought, considering the importance of this privacy data about what DeepSeek is collecting, I should probably make a video and let you guys be aware of all of this stuff. And as you can see, they're collecting a lot of data about everyone who uses it. Especially concerning is that biometric data they're collecting. So as always, comments are welcome. Thanks for watching.
And remember, if you like my content, please share the videos with friends, family, or whomever you think might be interested. Subscribe if you haven't already done so, and be sure to click the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos that I upload. And please hit the thumbs up, as it does help with the algorithm.
So there's one other thing.
We all do better when we love each other.